सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्. We are in chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita and we have completed Sloka 66. Sloka 66 was a very typical sloka, which was a Charama sloka, the concluding sloka of the entire Bhagavad Gita. But Paramatma gave it in a very trickish way so that we cannot get the direct meaning if you take the surface meaning of the entire sloka. So we had to do a lot of analysis and then get the inner meaning, which culminates into Jnana, Atma Vidya. So that was the exercise we did in the previous class, and today we will take up the sloka number 67. Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha susrushave vatyam na cha mam yobhyasuyati. Te tvaya, by you, idam kadachana atapaskaya. So, which is to be idam. Idam means this very secret Gitopadesham. Kadachana, at any time. Atapaskaya, for a person who is not having interest, who has not done tapas, navatyam, it should not be narrated or it should not be explained by you unto such person. Abhaktayacha, for a person who has no bhakti at all, don't teach this Bhagavad Gita. Navatyam, it is not good to teach Bhagavad Gita. Asusrushave, one who is not having any interest to listen to this. Navatyam, it is not good to teach or it is not good to explain Bhagavad Gita. Cha, moreover, yaha mam abhyasuyate tasmai navatyam. Those whoever looks at me in a very wrong way, in a very defective way, so never teach Bhagavad Gita unto him. Paramatma is giving conditions to whom this Bhagavad Gita should not be taught. Idam te na atapaskaya cha na abhaktaya cha na cha asusrushave na cha yaha mam abhyasuyati tasmai kadachana vatyam. So this is a very secret and very pious and very useful Gitopadesam. This should not be told, this should not be explained, this should not be given to a person who is not having any tapas, who is not having any bhakti, who is not having any interest, who looks at Paramatma in a very wrong way, in a very critical way, in a very sarcastic way. Never teach Bhagavad Gita unto him. So this is what Paramatma is saying. So from Sloka 67 up to the end of this chapter, that is 78, Paramatma is concluding this Moksha Shastram, Bhagavad Gita. So first factor is Sampradaya Vidhi, the traditional method, the traditional way of treating this subject. So the traditional way says there are certain requirements, there are certain qualities or qualifications to learn Bhagavad Gita. So till the last sloka, that is 66th sloka, Paramatma completed Bhagavad Gita. He started with 211 and ended with 1866. Now hereafter, Paramatma is giving certain hints to teach Bhagavad Gita, so that you should know to whom you should teach Bhagavad Gita. You should make others to expose to Bhagavad Gita. But before doing that, you should exercise caution. You should not expose it to every Tom, Dick and Harry. So this is a very important aspect. You should know very, very carefully before, because you are packed with that extreme knowledge, and you have got that wonderful experience, and you have got that knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, very secret subject and very powerful subject and pious subject and useful subject. You have that pressure to teach and see that everybody gets benefited. But then Paramatma is cautioning all of us to see that don't teach this subject to those people who are not interested, to those people who are not having any kind of bhakti and all that. So he gave 4 parameters. If these people are not having these qualities, don't teach them. That is what he said. So what are all the 4 parameters? One is tapas, second is bhakti, third is susrusha, fourth is anasuya. Tapas means he should have the spiritual bent of mind. So he should be spiritually inclined. Then bhakti. Bhakti means he should have absolute faith in Guru, absolute faith in God, absolute faith in Shastra. So whoever is having absolute faith in Ishvara and Guru, for such person, the jnana is very useful, and jnana is very, it is possible for him to accommodate the jnana. Such person, he can accept and accommodate and quickly absorb the jnana. That's what Upanishads are saying. Susrusha. Susrusha means he should have Shraddha. Generally the word Susrusha is used for seva, for service. Guru Susrusha, Pitru Susrusha, like that they use this word. So people, the students must do Susrusha to Guru, and children must do Susrusha to parents. And that's how Shastra insists. Now here Susrusha means the very interest, the very nature of inquisitiveness, tapana, we call it, that kind of absolute desire to know the Shastra. Susrusha means srotum ichcha. So unless you have that ichcha to learn, it is not possible to learn Bhagavad Gita. Even if you sit by somebody's force and all that, you cannot get even a sentence into your mind. Suppose some guest come to your house and you bring him along with you to a Gita class, then he will be finding it very difficult to sit in the class. It should not be like that. So Susrusha means srotum ichcha. So one who has got that interest in learning and listening to Bhagavad Gita, only to such person we have to teach. And fourth parameter is anasuya. He should not be a kind of a critic. Certain people, they criticize everything. They don't take anything directly. So they are called nastikas. And for such nastikas, if you teach Bhagavad Gita, they will yell at it. They will find fault and they will not allow you to teach, and they will spoil the whole class. So don't go to such people. Don't encourage such people to learn Bhagavad Gita. So Gita must be adored. Gita must be treated with utmost respect and honor. Then only they will get the full benefit. Unless that Shraddha is not there, it is not possible to get the full benefit of Gita Shastram. It is same thing in the mundane life also. Supposing you go to a doctor and have absolute faith on him, then whatever he gives, it will work on you, and it works wonders. Even if he injects distilled water, it will work like a saline water. That's what we call placebo. So like that, one should have 4 lakshanas. If he has got 4 lakshanas, only for such a Shishya, the Gita must be taught. What are the 4 lakshanas? Tapas, then Bhakti, Susrusha, Anasuya. These are the 4 lakshanas. So, the 4 lakshanas we have to see, and then we have to see that. Idam te. So, this, the Gita teaching, whatever I told you, so that teaching, navatyam, you should not teach again to certain people. Who are they? Atapaskaya navatyam. Atapaskaya navatyam means one who has not having any kind of tapas. So tapas means who is not having any spiritual bent of mind. He doesn't want to think in terms of spirituality. He doesn't care for spirituality. He thinks that spirituality is a waste of time. So for such people, you don't try to teach him. This word tapas is already dealt in Bhagavad Gita. There we said that kaika tapas, vachika tapas, manasika tapas and all that. Based on that, we have sattvika, rajasika, manasika tapas. They are divided according to the guna. So we have to see at least this person has any one of these kinds of tapas, that is sattvika, raja or tamasika tapas. So unless this person is having some kind of spiritual nature, you should not teach Bhagavad Gita. Atapaskaya navatyam. So for a non-spiritual bent of mind, you do not try to teach Bhagavad Gita. A person who is having non-spiritual bent of mind, you do not entertain him for Bhagavad Gita teaching. Abhaktaya navatyam. Navatyam you have to add for every word. So one who has no bhakti, one who has no faith, don't teach him. Kadachana, at any time. So bhakti is an essential ingredient to learn Bhagavad Gita. So some people they take it in a wrong way. They distort Bhagavad Gita, and they say Paramatma said that you should be very polite and you should not show ego and all that, amanitvam, madambitvam, all these things, all the value systems he instilled throughout Bhagavad Gita. But in 10th chapter he said all these are my vibhutis. That means he is egoistic. That's what they say. That's what they understand. So this is called Vakara Buddhi, the narrow-minded behavior. So they don't want to accept the Shastra as it is. They want to always, criticize and yell at Shastra. So such people don't teach Bhagavad Gita. In fact, we have Bhagavan in 3 different forms. We have time and often elaborated this concept. Bhagavan can be appreciated in 3 different levels. Ekarupa Ishvara, Anekarupa Ishvara, Arupa Ishvara. So, these concepts, unless you know thoroughly well, you cannot appreciate and understand the nuances of this subject. So, abhaktaya na vatyam kadachana. At any time, don't teach a non-bhakta, a person who is not having shraddha on Shastra, Guru and the Ishvara. Nacha asusrushave na vachyam. So one who is not having shraddha, one who is not having interest in learning Gita, don't forcefully teach Bhagavad Gita. You don't talk about Bhagavad Gita in a group of people as a club topic. This is not a topic to be entertained for gossip. So you should be very careful in treating the subject very pious, very special and useful and divine. So this is not a club topic, this is not a gossip topic, this is a very secretive topic which has a tremendous advantage and which will lead you to the ultimate moksha. So you should value Gita teaching that way and teach only to a desiring person. Nachamam ya abhyasuyati. So whoever is finding fault with me, whoever is having a wrong attitude, whoever is always finding some kind of loopholes or some kind of distortions or some kind of criticism in the Bhagavad Gita. So for such person, do not explain, do not teach Bhagavad Gita. So whoever is having, that means whoever is having tapas, whoever is having bhakti, whoever is having susrusha, who is having anusuya. So for such persons, you please share this knowledge, teach him, so that he is also benefited. Yayimam paramam guhyam madbhakteshva vidasyati bhaktim mayim param krutva mame vaishyatya sansayaha. Yaha, whoever is my param bhaktim krutva. So whoever is having absolute bhakti onto me, imam paramam guhyam, this very pious and divine secretive Gitopadesam, mad bhakteshu, into my bhaktas, abhidasyati, whoever is keeping this knowledge very protective way, saha mam eva yeshyati. So such person will come unto me. Asamsayaha, there is absolutely no doubt. This is the ultimate promise Paramatma is giving. Yaha imam paramam guhyam jnanam mat bhakteshu abhidasyati. Saha vai param bhaktim krutva asamsaya san mam eva yeshyati. So whoever is having absolute bhakti unto me, whoever understood this very secretive and very divine and pious Bhagavad Gita, Gitopadesam, so whoever retained this in their heart and who is having the nishtha in the absolute teaching, so such person will definitely reach me. He will attain me. There is absolutely no doubt in this. So this is what we have. In this, the Guru Stuti is there. So we have Paramatma is going to talk about Guru Stuti and Shishya Stuti also. So here he is talking about three different people. One is called, he is praising three different people. One is Guru, then the other one is the Shishya who is deserving and who is having absolute interest in the Shastra, a Shishya who learnt this casually without having much interest. So all these three people Paramatma is praising. So Paramatma is saying, so I like the one who teaches Bhagavad Gita. So he is very dear to me. Then he is saying that the person who is having Shraddha in Bhagavad Gita, so for such Shishya also he is praising. Then he said, whoever is not having Shraddha, but he learnt it casually. So even such person, Paramatma is praising. So all three people are taken into consideration, and Paramatma is saying, Guru is the most dearest to me. So whatever you have learned, you teach to others. That's what Paramatma wants to say. So in Krishnavatara, one of the main and important reason is to safeguard Sanatana Dharma and to propagate Sanatana Dharma. So he likes the acharyas who teach Bhagavad Gita. So through the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, you can safeguard Sanatana Dharma. So this is the great work you are taking up. Therefore, you are the most dearest to me. Ya imam paramam guhyam abhidasyati. So the acharya who is very secretive and who teaches Bhagavad Gita. Madbhakteshu. Madbhakteshu means the bhakta who is having four gunas. What are all the four gunas? Tapas, bhakti, susrusha, anasuya. These four gunas the bhakta is having, so he is the most deserving candidate. So this person, the Shishya who is having these four gunas, you should teach him. Bhaktim mayi param krutva. He has absolute respect and utmost respect and reverence towards me. So Paramatma is saying, so he says that don't think that you are getting Bhagavad Gita from a guru, you are getting Bhagavad Gita from Sakshat Bhagavan. Paramatma taught this to Arjuna. Through these gurus, Bhagavan is again teaching to all these Sishyas. See the greatness. So he propels certain people to teach Bhagavad Gita, and it is in fact Paramatma himself is teaching through them. So that is why he said the bhakti of a guru is param bhakti. So we have got four different types of bhaktas, and of them the Jnani Bhakta is the most important. Advaita Bhakti is supposed to be the Bhakti Parakashta. So Paramatma likes them the most. So he said that the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, you got it through Bhagavan, and Guru is only a mediator. Like the TV, when you switch on, you get a program, but the person who is podcasting or who is broadcasting is somewhere else. In the same way, Bhagavan is teaching you this Bhagavad Gita through your Guru. So you should have that absolute faith, that Param Bhakti. Guru has got Param Bhakti, the absolute and highest Bhakti. So if one teaches with that Param Bhakti, what happens? Mame Vaishyati Asamsayaha. So such person will definitely attain me. That means he will get Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. So there is absolutely no doubt. So he is assured of Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. So this is what we have to understand. Then we will see 69th sloka. न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यप्रियतरो भुवि. Manusheshu, among the people, may, for me, tasmat priyakruttama kaschitcha na. So there is no other person who can be dearer to me. Cha bhuvi tasmat me priyataraha anyaha na bhavita. So in this very earth, there will be no other person who is dearer to me than the person who teaches Bhagavad Gita. Manusheshu cha kaschit tasmat priyakrutamaha me na asti. Tasmat anyaha bhuvi priyataraha cha me na bhavita. So there is no one who can be more dearer to me in this very earth. Among the three people, that is the Guru and the one who learnt Bhagavad Gita with interest, one who has taken up Gita teaching casually, these three people, he is saying Gita Acharyas, the one who teaches Gita Acharya, is the most dearest to him. So he is praising them. Manusheshu saha priyakrutamaha. Whoever teaches Gita Bodha, they are the dearest to me. So Priyakruttama means they are the dearest persons to me. So Bhagavan is doing many works, like he already mentioned in 4th chapter. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So he has got a threefold duty. So the incarnation, having incarnation, the Vaidika Sampradaya, that is the very teaching Sanatana Dharma, and having absolute peace, happiness and dharma. Therefore, the Guru is having absolute priyatamam. Bhavita na cha me. So Gita, whenever he is teaching, the Bhavishyat means in future, also that Acharya is very dear to me. Tasmat anyaha priyataro bhuvi. So there will be no other person who is dearer to me as I like a Gita Acharya. So that means Sakshat Bhagavan himself is saying that I like the one who teaches Bhagavad Gita. So we can arrive at a rider. Whenever you get a small chance, you teach it to your mother, teach it to your close friend, teach it to somebody who likes it. Catch hold of somebody who has interest in this, teach them. For your easiness, we are giving that Gita Madhurimalu, that small Sirshika. It's a facility in Bhagavad Gita wherein you can take up a small 10 minutes topic on one particular sloka. You can learn that Gita Madhurimalu one topic and spread it. Or the least thing you can do is you post it, each Gita Madhurima, in your own personal groups, so that they are benefited by learning Bhagavad Gita. You first, before you post, you tell them what are all the advantages, why should they learn. So in a small doses, one sloka each day, they can learn and appreciate. Once they appreciate the Gita teaching, they can come to the actual teaching. You yourself can become a teacher. So this is one way. Or if you are capable, you can directly teach them. Why you should do this? Because Bhagavan likes Gita teachers, Gita Acharyas. So he said that they are most dear to me. So Swadhyaya Pravachanecha. So that's what we have learnt in Taitriyam here. So you have two duties. Having learnt Bhagavad Gita, you have got two duties. One, you have to keep on chanting Bhagavad Gita every chapter a day. And second, whenever you get a chance, slightest chance to teach Bhagavad Gita, you teach them. So these are the two duties assigned by Krishna Paramatma so that you are assured of moksha. So for a Gita Acharya, these are the two advantages. Mame Vaishyati Asamsayaha. So at the fag end of the life, that is at the fall of this body, this Gita Acharya will get two benefits. What are the two benefits? Jivan Mukti until the fall of the body, and Videha Mukti thereafter. Priyakruttamaha. Priyakruttamaha means while he is alive and kicking, he can enjoy Jivan Mukti. He is very close. He lives at the very close quarters of Bhagavan. So Bhagavan gives him all comfort and all happy living and all that. So he is assured of peace, happiness and security while living, and at the fall of the death there is no punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. This is what we should understand. So this is the thing. Then 78th sloka will see. Adyeshyate chayayamam dharmyam samvadamavayoho Jnana-yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. Yaha, whoever, imam, this, dharmyam, the very dharma, which is nothing but the Gita Shastra, avayoho, samvadam, which is the dialogue between two people, that is Arjuna and Paramatma, adyeshyate, whoever is chanting, tenacha, for such person, aham jnana yajnena ishtahasyam iti me matihi. So by that very jnana yajna, I will become pujaniya, I will become his ishtadaivam, and I will take care of him. Yahacha avayoho imam dharmyam samvadam adyeshyate tena jnana yajnena aham ishtahasyam iti me matihi. So whoever is chanting, whoever is reading this dharmyam means this Bhagavad Gita is called Dharmyam because it is giving Dharma Shastra. The dialogue between Arjuna and Paramatma, the very Gita Shastram, whoever chants it. So, by that very Jnana Yajna, I will become his Ishtadaivam, and then I will take care of him. So here in 70 and 71, Paramatma is praising Sishya. So again, there are two Sishyas as I explained you. One is who is having qualification, who is having tapas, then who is having bhakti, who is having anasuya, who is having shraddha. So all these things he is having, and he did this adhyayana. The second one is a casual person. He is just taking up Bhagavad Gita just for academic purpose, not for learning purpose. So such person, for him it is only mere Sravana. For first person it is Adhyayanam. For a serious seeker it is Adhyayanam. For a casual learner it is Sravana. So Adhyayanam means learning it with Shraddha in a systematic way, and then absorbing the concepts and staying in that nishtha. That is what we call Adhyayana. So it includes Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Then the second person is a casual learning. He's just interested in the facts, that's all. So he's not interested in absorbing the facts and internalizing the facts and all that. So both are there. So Paramatma is talking about both these people. Yaha yamam sambadam adhyeshyate. So whoever is having Shraddha and taking this Bhagavad Gita and learns it, avayoho. Avayoho means the samvadam, the dialogue between Paramatma and Arjuna. Dharmyam is samvadam. Dharmyam means the samvadam is called dharmyam because this is based on Veda. Anything based on Veda is called dharmam. Then Bhagavad Gita's Upanishad's saram, which is Veda saram. So whenever the time comes, whenever a situation comes, Paramatma, I emphasized this factor very, very often. He said, this is not my theory. I got it from the Vedic Sampradaya. And I'm repeating this again to Arjuna. That's what he admitted here. Adhyeshyate. Adhyeshyate means this dialogue-oriented subject called Bhagavad Gita, which is called Jnana Yajnam. Jnana Yajnena. So this is called Jnana Yajnam. Usually Yajna is having this Agni and all that, we offer oblations and all that. Jnana Agni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute. So this Jnana Agni will burn all your Sanchita Karma. Agami karma is not generated. Prarabdha is, spent. So that's how this person is not having any kind of karma sesham. Shreyan dravya mayat yajnat jnana yajnah parantapa. So of all yajnas, this jnana yajnam is supposed to be the superior one. So jnana yajnam is nothing but the Gita Bodha. So one who is learning Gita Bodha, they are actually doing worship. Worship means not keeping Bhagavan in front of you and sitting in the altar and you applying vibhuti and kumkum and all that. Not that. Here Jnana Yajna means it's a process of learning Bhagavan's teaching. This is a superior Yajna. This Jnana Yajna is superior Yajna. That's what Paramatma said. Shreyam dravya mayad yajna jnana yajna parantapa. This is what he said. Tena aham yashtaha. So, for such people, I am the most beloved. For them, this is a kind of puja. So, this is not direct puja, but indirect puja, most efficacious puja. So, this is what Paramatma said. Shraddhavan anasuyascha srunuyadapi yo naraha sopi muktas subhan lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam. Yaha naraha, Shraddhavan, whoever is having Shraddha, anasuyaha cha srunuyatapi sahapi. So whoever is listening this without any criticism, without any kind of finding fault in the Shastra, who are absorbing this as it is, the way it should be taken. So for such person, he becomes muktaha. Muktaha means he can be free from papa. Punya karmanam. So subhan lokan prapniyat. Whatever is the lokas, a person does all punya karmas, he is entitled to Swargadi Lokas. So this person is also entitled to the higher realms of heaven. Shraddhavan anasuyaha cha yaha naraha idam srunuyat api saha muktaha san punya karmanam subhan lokan api prapnuyat. So he is entitled to the higher realms of heaven. So this is what we should know. Yoga karmasu kausalam. In fact, Gita Shastram is called Moksha Shastram. So it will give you the lifestyle. So through Gita, people say you get your personality development. True. In fact, the higher benefit is moksha. So for such people who do not criticize Bhagavad Gita, who is having absolute shraddha, who will not find faults with the teaching, such people, such Anasuya, Sruniyadapi o naraha. So such people, if they win, if they listen, even for some time, they get lot of benefit. So this is what we should understand. Saha api muktaha. So they will get the higher realms of heaven. Subhan lokan prapnuyat. They are entitled for the higher realms of heaven. Punya karmanam. Punya karmana means so whatever the people are entitled by performing punya karmas, like Somayagam, Ekadasarudram, Maharudram, Atirudram and all that, they go to higher realms of heaven. So much so, this person who listens to Bhagavad Gita, he is also entitled to such lokas. Then 72nd. Kaschidetaschutam partha tvayekagreణ chetasa kastidajnana sammohaha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Partha, O Partha, etat tvaya ekagrena chetasa srutam kaschit. So now Bhagavan got doubt. So he is questioning Arjuna. Did you listen to my Gita with utmost attention, with focus, or you have taken this casually? This is what Paramatma is posing a question to Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, te ajnana sammoha kaschit pranashtaha. So you were having delusion. So could you get out of this delusion? Could you come out of your delusion? Hey Partha, tvaya etad ekagrena chetasa srutam kaschit. Hey Dhananjaya, te ajnana sammohaha pranashtaha kaschit. So, hey Partha, you have learnt Gita teaching. Did you learn it with focused mind? So by my teaching, could you come out of your delusion? This is what Paramatma questioned Arjuna. So 72-73 Krishnarjuna Samvada Upasamhara. Partha ekagrena chetasa srutam kaschit. So, O Arjuna, did you listen to the entire teaching with a focused mind? So, indirectly Paramatma is questioning, are you a person with the right qualities like tapas, bhakti, then anasuya, all these qualities we talked, do you have this? So did you have shraddha, absolute shraddha? So Paramatma is questioning. So supposing you have full shraddha, then with ekagrata, if you are having this, then your ajnanam will, could you come out of your ignorance and delusion? So this is the question Paramatma posed. Kasid ajnana sammohaha pranaste dhananjaya. So could you come out of your atma ajnana? So this is the question directly posed by Krishna Paramatma to Arjuna, so that Paramatma wants to assure whether he could receive the essence or not. So this is the thing. We have finished up to 72nd sloka. We will conclude in the next class, that is 73 to 78. Arjuna is going to answer for this, whether he has learnt it properly or he casually took this. So he will come as a sincere seeker or a casual seeker. So all this Arjuna is going to answer in the next class. Let us see. Let us have that suspense till the next class and wait for that. Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.